Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. And today is follow-up to my one-year review 2.0, new and improved. For those of you who have watched the original one, you don't need to watch this. Most likely it's everything I already said before in a more condensed version and in a very happy version. Non-angry version. So let's get going. Okay, we're on a drive today, heading out to in-laws, or not in-laws, but relatives' house, out in kind of farm country, close to the Pacific Ocean. And so I charged at 80%, left with 150 kilometers showing on the range meter, and right now, oh my God, I've traveled 10 kilometers and I'm showing 134, so it's gone down a bit, mainly because I am fully laden, and also there's been some hills on this highway, but I'll gain it back, I guarantee it. I'll get those miles back. So today I want to talk about what I kind of left some stuff out by accident in the previous review video. And one of the things I left out is how this car, I've been owning it for a year now, and my feelings for it are exactly the same. It's the weirdest thing, because I've owned a lot of cars in the past, new cars and used, and I've liked them all, and I've always been excited. Before this car, the car I owned before this one, I even made a review video about that, put up on YouTube on a different channel. But this car, after a year of use, I still have the same feelings as when I first got it. That I've never had before. So that's a testament to the car. It's very unique, very high tech, but I mean, just the whole driving experience is very different than any other car out there. I mean, non-EV out there. And so it's a testament to the car, how I still have the same feelings, and I'm still excited about it. Another thing I want to talk about is the ergonomics on this car. I really prefer having physical buttons, tactile buttons, available to me in a shift knob or like my joystick here, over something like on a Tesla where they have the display and they can, do all the controls from there. I prefer the tactile feel. I prefer the ergonomics of just like on this car. It's kind of like every other car out there. So everything's intuitive. When you jump in this car, I've never driven it before, you'll know exactly where the controls are for everything pretty much. You'll know where the traction control, the cutoff switch is. You'll know where the cruise control is going to be. You're going to know, of course that's the same on a Tesla, but you're going to know, actually no, Tesla's going to be, Tesla's, I don't know, maybe over in America it's on the right side, but over here for some reason the cruise control's in the weirdest spot on the car, and I don't know why they did that. It was really hard I kept getting mixed up with the wipers and stuff. Yeah. And so I really do like the buttons in the positions they're in over here. I like having access to my 3 regen braking modes instantly. That is really a cool feature. And I don't know, I haven't driven, except for the BMW i3, the Tesla, and this car, I haven't driven anything else. Not the MIP, the iMeave, or any of those other cars. So I can't compare. I do know the BMW i3 and the Tesla is not near as easy or quick to adjust your braking mode, your motor braking mode. So yeah, I really like it on this car a lot. I like that. Okay, I'm back. Stopped at 7-Eleven to get some breakfast. It's now 7:21 in the morning. Already 14 degrees centigrade out there. Not bad. Yes, shut up. Showing 12.8 kilometers on my odometer. My range is showing 132. Not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. It's getting up there. Only, yeah, 12.8. So yeah, I'm about 5 kilometers away from what it was when I left. So I'm getting it back. But unfortunately, we got some more hills coming up here. Hopefully, I'll be downhill after I get up that hill. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's get back to what I was talking about with my review, follow-up review. I want to put out there though, I have zero problems with CarWings over here, except for that one thing I mentioned before with when I set up a route on the home computer or on my iPad and send it over to the car. It takes a while for the server, Nissan server, to upload to the car, but it does show up. I need to be a little patient. See, that's it. Other than that, CarWings has not given me any trouble over here. But I would like to point out that it's not the case in some other countries, America, and I guess England or UK, and also other parts of Europe. It has problems. I think it has to do with the cellular network, though, more than Nissan server's fault. I think it's more the cellular network. Some of these people are still on 2G, it sounds like, in some of these areas. I'm 3G over here and 4G in some places, but the cars, I think the car is only 3G capable, but I don't have any problems. There's no weaker service than 3G over here. So most of the time I'm able to hook up, unless they're doing maintenance on the site. So CarWings, just a heads up, some of there are some hiccups with it and stuff. Okay, we're back, and I'm showing now 17.2 kilometers on the odometer. We're only 16 kilometers away from our destination, and so let's get back to work. Heading back to my notes. One more thing I'd like to talk about that I didn't talk about in my review, and I didn't even talk about in my original follow-up review video, is something that all EV owners have to deal with. I didn't mention it because it's common knowledge. It's one of the big things you hear out there on the media and stuff all the time, and I believe, and even Tesla owners have to deal with it. Any kind of electric cars have to deal with stuff where the battery technology and the batteries, what happens in the wintertime with the range going down quite a bit, and especially on a car with a small, we only have 20 kilowatt hours available to us at full charge. If you lose a third of that because of winter conditions, that can really affect your range really bad. And plus, using heaters, air conditioners in the summertime, it all affects your range, and it affects all EVs. And that is something that it's going to have to be addressed eventually. Hopefully the better battery technology will take care of it eventually. But I believe that for the electric car to be a real success, for the EVs to be a success, we have to have no sacrifices when we use our car. It means wintertime, we should have the same range, I believe, in the winter as we do in the summer, at least closer than what it is right now. Also, if we use our heaters or if we use our air conditioning, it bings the people with gasoline cars. It bings them too. They lose their range on their vehicles as well, but we still get binged the hardest, I think. And Nissan and all these car companies, they've done a lot of good on the heater side. They've really improved the efficiency of the heaters. And I think they have very efficient coolers as well for the air conditioning, but it still needs work, and like I said, even affects the big battery Teslas. But that's why the big battery Teslas are still the most attractive vehicle out there to most people, is because of that battery. That's my reason. I love that car because of its battery. That's the biggest reason that sells me on that car, is the battery. It's got the range, and also when the battery health goes down to 70% on that thing, it'll still get way more range than this car brand new would. So yeah, that's something we have to talk. It just everybody knows this stuff, so I didn't really want to mention it, but I thought I'd mention it this time. So that is a negative about EVs. If we want to be realistic and honest about it, the negative is on this particular car in the wintertime. We're not even cool winters over here, not even cold. But in the wintertime, we lose range on it, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm hoping the battery technology improves. I think what's going to help with that, well, I know what's going to help with that, is the solid-state batteries. The batteries in the future where they don't use a liquid electrolyte. And once we get to that point, that'll help a lot on making the range the same in both winter and summer, I believe. How you doing? Yeah, I had some trouble there. People are getting a little noise in the back of the car, so I stopped the video. So we made it to our destination. This is his father's original place where he grew up as a child, and it's still in the family. His older brother, the oldest of the kin, inherited the property. It's a farm country out here. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous out here. And let's get back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about before was we don't want sacrifices. One thing with the EVs, to make them more appealing to people with gasoline cars, ICE cars, is we gotta have zero sacrifices. They have to work as well as a gasoline car, and we're almost there. I mean, Nissan and Tesla have really shown. They've paved the way for it, I think, and Mitsubishi too. I won't leave Mitsubishi out, because technically Mitsubishi was the first one out there with a full electric decent car, and so we're getting there. And then the last thing would be after service. In this country where I live, the Nissan's after service is really good, really good. Zero complaints. And I really do think that I have no worries. When I first got the car, I was really worried about it, and I heard a lot of negativity, and Tesla people were just bragging about how great Tesla was and stuff, and Tesla is great. And so I was really worried about, Tesla's great with the after service. So I was really worried about what would happen if I had problems with my battery or something. Would I get the same kind of service? And I can tell you right now, yeah, definitely, over here at least, the after service is excellent, and probably depending on what dealer you're dealing with, you're probably getting pretty good service too. There are going to be some negatives out there probably because of the way it works in other countries, but over here, what I'm experiencing, after service is excellent. Nissan's doing a good job. Nissan Corp. Janet, come, stay out of the road. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna, I'm done with that. Done with the follow-up review, and so now I'm gonna show you around the area, and this is where Joe's father grew up and was born, and he came from a big family. I think he had 8 brothers and sisters. Believe it or not, 8 brothers and sisters. The oldest brother still lives here. He owns the property now, and they're farmers. And yeah, let's take a look around. we're off again. This time we're heading to a new, I guess a pretty new, brand new road, what's it called? Road station, Michinoiki. And we're gonna check it out. I guess we're gonna eat lunch there. So, we're heading over there. Sorry, we're heading over there right now. So please enjoy. made it. The reason why we couldn't find it earlier on the navigation system was we were told it was Michinoiki. Actually, it's called Uminoiki, which means water station or ocean station. So, anyways, we're here, and let's take a look. We are showing 109 kilometers available still on my range, and I've traveled 53.7 kilometers on a 79% charge. Let's see here, my kilometers per kilowatt hour at 9.9, which is really good. That's pretty good. And I've just got to 50% right now, but I didn't even know that. I haven't looked at my battery percentage yet. 50%, not bad. So I gained it all back. So we can definitely go over, according to this, a little over 100 miles on 79% charge. Not bad considering all the hills. We went up to the mountains. Father's old house where he grew up in. He's up in the mountains, kind of, and so we have to go up there. But I guess coming down, we got our stuff back. Alright, we're stopping here for a bite to eat. We're at a kind of a famous restaurant in a way, kind of famous in this area for sardines, a sardine restaurant. Because this area, as you can see from the video I showed you earlier, is kind of famous for sardine fishing. So, anyway, we're gonna eat here. Talk more later. Bye. And what's this meatball made out of?
Sardine.
Sardine meatball. Sardine meatball soup. Sounds good. We're back at the farm. We're about to head out. Showing 10 kilometers per kilowatt hour on the scale. Traveled 72.8, almost 73 kilometers so far. Showing 78 still available. Actually, let me change that. Sorry, showing 82 available still. So that's pretty dang good. It'll go back up. It went down because we went back up the mountain, so it'll go back down. We got to start heading back to our home. So we're gonna get going now. I spared you the video from the beach back over here because it's kind of boring video, but I'll show a little more video going home. All right, are you interested in a BMW? I think I can make a deal. This is where all the new BMWs come, before they get shipped out to the owners waiting for their cars, I guess. These are all brand new. They all look white, but actually a lot of them are not. It's just they have white wrapping on them to keep them from getting scratched up and stuff while they wait to be picked up for delivery. And then on the other side, here, you can't see from this angle, there's a Honda. Honda does the same thing going on the other side. Probably for shipping out to other parts of Japan. Pretty cool. back home now. It's 3:06, 23 degrees centigrade. And let's see here. Going down, 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 down. Turn this back on. 48. Look at that. Whew, that's not bad. Considering when I charged at 79% this morning, the car told me I could go 150 kilometers on one charge. I'm averaging about 152, which honestly, I'll probably get close to that. But I don't think I can do much better because, you know, just normal driving. I'm doing pretty good. And I'm doing normal driving. But it's just lots of hills where we live. We have a lot of hills around here. And so that's about right. But I mean, that's what I'm talking about. With me, the range meter, the gasometer, the GOM, whatever you want to call it, is pretty accurate, pretty close to what it said this morning. And it hasn't, I have no reason to doubt it right now even, because it's right on target still. So yeah, I think that guy that was telling me that I was a liar, called me a liar for saying the GOM is good and stuff. I think he's just not a good driver or something. I don't know. This computer, I've always got the same driving habits, so the computer knows how I'm going to do. That's why I said in my original review, I said I can't top myself. There was a couple, they said after 18 months of driving their car, they actually got better at it. They got their mileage up. Well, I can't do that because I'm always the same style driving, and if anything, it's going to go down if I change my driving style. So it's as high up as it can go, but the computer knows my driving style, and this is what I'm saying. It is accurate for me. I think it's accurate for most people. It just, like I said, it's just very unforgiving on hills, and so you'll work really hard to get your mileage to say something on that gasometer, and you hit one hill, and you lose it all, and it kind of sucks. But so far, it's pretty good, pretty accurate. So there you go. I'm going to take my car over to Nissan now. It is filthy from going to the farm, and I'm going to wash it and get it all cleaned up and get ready for a trip this weekend. This was a special day because we're having what we call Golden Week over here. First week of May and part of the last week of April, there's some days, holidays. And if you're lucky, they line up right, you're golden. So that's where the term Golden Week comes from. You're golden. You get a whole week off from work, pretty much. You might have to use 1 or 2 paid days to make it a full week because there are some gaps between holidays. But yeah, just using 1 or 2 paid holidays, you get yourself a whole week off. And so that's why they call it Golden Week. The only problem is it's not very golden, really, because everybody's off at the same time, so the traffic is awful, and everything's just packed to capacity. Like Disney, most likely this year as well, closed their doors every day of Golden Week. They're probably just maxed out to capacity. Talking 4-hour, 5-hour waits for rides and things. So yeah, not so golden to me, but yeah, it was nice. I got some time off, I guess. So, yep. All right. So this weekend, I'll try to plan something nice for this weekend. So I'll see you then. Bye.